How's it everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Scattered Island and we are looking at this little off ramp that we built in the last video. So this is the one that connects up, or at least it will connect up quite a bit of this industrial area here, and it also makes its way through the industry that we built on this our island town. Now, since the last video, I've added something small over here. I added a new road that will get us onto this road going outwards. Before, all we had was this little off and on area, which I wasn't very happy. Well, not that I wasn't happy. I was happy with it, but I didn't like the fact that I didn't have another way for the cars to get off and hit the highway. So I've added this road, probably going to connect it up here. That's what I'm thinking, but yeah, we'll worry about that a bit later on. All right, all the way back here, we set up all of this industry. We're slowly starting to get demand come back, and these medium density row houses are popping up. I did put a sound barrier here, something that at the time I didn't know I could do, but given a road, if you go into road services, you can easily add a sound barrier to, I'm guessing, any road. So that is useful, that is nice. What I do want to know though is whether or not these taller apartment blocks will pop up if I were to zone them. I see something has collapsed. Ooh, waiting for a hearse. Well then, I must have had a lot of people unfortunately go in that one. But anyways, we'll leave that. So, order of the day today, I think in order to start ensuring that all of my, or at least most of my demand stuff is met, we're going to start off by putting a university here, and then we're going to start developing out this space. Initially, it will probably be a lot of the medium density, low density stuff, but we will upzone it as time goes by. All right, let's get the university in, and then we will continue with other developments. There is a weird water glitch going on here. Look at that. I terraformed this area in the last video, and isn't that something? I wonder if this is something that we can solve if we run the terraforming tool over it again. Nope. Cannot solve it by running the terraforming tool over it. Oh well, let's build up around this area and see if it will disappear. You know what? This is going to take me eons. Let me just do this off camera. We'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I've put all of these down. That took me a while. Let's build around it a little bit. I just want to put a couple of office blocks just around to complete the area. Okay, cool. We've got something in. these offices are going to grow out, and in time this forest will also thicken up around the institution. And the idea is that I'm thinking once it's grown a little bit more, I might just put some squiggly paths through it all along this area, but we'll wait and see once that grows. For now, we're gonna leave the university as it is. I think now from an education point of view, we should be sorted from a requirement. I am losing a ton of money now, so let's get some residential zones in place, and it's probably going to be mostly medium density that I'm gonna zone here because the demand is just not there. But hopefully in time, as the demand grows, all of those places will grow up, and then we'll probably come and then upzone it again. Now look, I have zoned just a ton of office here. I do plan on coming back to change it. Right now, I'm just zoning to meet the demand in hopes that as we grow the offices, we'll get more people starting to move in. Maybe if I plop a park or two down here, that might also help drive a bit of the demand. But I want something nice. So you know what? Let's pause the game. Let's get in here. I'm going to leave the game paused a lot, by the way, because I don't want to get into winter like anytime soon. So I want to grab those. So we've got tourist attractions. For that I need 8 points, so I'll save up for those. And okay, I've got the hospital already. Great. These two, I'm not sure I'm going to buy them just yet. I think I want to get the, where am I? Fire station. I think that's something that I want to buy because I want to build that. All of these should help drive the demand. Then let's get the welfare office. Let's get the police headquarters. And we only have 1 point left, so we'll leave that. There's nothing I need to unlock here. We'll get subway at a later point in time when we've actually built up the space. Now, looking at this, because I want most of the density to be here, I want to put some of the city services on this side. Let me let the game run a little bit so that we can get some of these buildings in and see what it looks like. So if we take fire station, oh, this is a big building, and we plop you down there. Ooh, wee, that cost me money. That cost me money, and I am in the red. If I don't take care, I'm not going to get out of this with any kind of substantial cash. Let's put out a couple of trees all around. This will sit between the fire station and the highway. Okay, cool. So we've got that down. I've got a lot of low density residential demand, a lot of industrial demand. So we're gonna take a pause from here for a little bit. We're gonna jump all the way over to this side, and we are going to put down a lot of residential spaces so that we can meet some of this demand and hopefully try and get this moving towards the green. I think before I do that, I just want to change the way all of this is linked up to make my life easier. Give me a bit. Alright, so we've connected that part up. I did say in the last video that I might at some point want to embark on a railway line through here. If we ever get there, we will come and take this apart and do that. For now, let's get some residential spaces in and see if we can start hopefully getting some money from this place. What in the world is this? Oh, it's a large playground. You know what? I thought this was a zoned building that looked like that. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, what in the world kind of building is this that looks like that? Anyways, my graphics are glitching. Look at that. Look at that. They're glitching. Come on, game. But the development is going well. This area is spanning, well, it's starting to grow very nicely. I see there's already crime starting to take place here. I like the fact that I've got some forest in the back here. Once this grows, it's gonna look very, very good. And given that all of the traffic coming in here is coming from this one road, that is going to prove to be very, very problematic. Let's get rid of you. So what I want to do is, I think that I must create another connection for this place, maybe coming off of the highway here, that will feed this area. But I think I want to make it in such a way that maybe I have this road cross underneath, and then we have a simple little off ramp here. At least that's what I'm thinking. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, we have we have something. I'm not gonna say why I'm laughing, but we have something, people. It is going to work. I don't know what I was thinking when I built this, but hey, guess what? Cars are using it. Cars are able to get it on and off. That's all that matters, baby. That's all that matters. Let's move on swiftly from that intersection or that off-ramp. Let's go find something to do. I see that our money is going up, which is good, because last I looked at it, I was on 6.4 million. We're on 6.5 million, which means as we continue to expand, we should see our money trend going up. And then I think once we finish this space here, can go back and start working on this place a little bit more. Hopefully by then, demand is starting to rise. In fact, I want to make use of this demand and use it rather to drive, what's this thing? To drive development in this space. So let's use these medium density demands that we have to increase the density around here a little bit. Okay, this place is going to keep growing out. What I want is, I want to put, I don't know if it will fit here. I want to see if any of these, this is ambitious. Oh, yo, we're so close. Yes, it will fit in here. It will fit in here. Those offices can go. That's fine. So we've got a stadium here, people. We've got a stadium here. It was not my plan, but that works out perfectly fine. We're going to get rid of these actually and let's have a nice big parking lot here. Let's pull this across. What is here? It's telling me it cannot overlapping items. Have I got something else here? Let me dezone this area. These are all offices. I don't know why it's telling me overlapping items. And then let's put a road down here. Like so. I don't know, people. Let's see, will you fit? No, way too big. What in the world did I see that made me think it would fit here? Alternatively, if I use, then will it fit? I expect it to fit now. Yes, it fits now. Boom. Here we go. So now we've got parking right next to the stadium. And then we can put a little footpath here. Be straight. No, don't cross. Be straight. Come on. Okay. I don't have time for that. Let's get rid of you. Let's put this there. Great. And then I'll just put a couple of trees to line this area. Boom. We've got a field. At least it looks like it's something that's used by the university or something of the like. Let's see, let me grab this and terraform over here just a little bit. And then let me bring this road across over here. So we'll bridge it. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get down to the right level. Okay, and that should bridge across nicely. Maybe a little bit higher so it's straight. There we go. And then, oh, come on. Why is it doing that? Jeepers. This thing can be so finicky. These road tools are really nice to use, but wow. Sometimes they can be finicky. The road goes down, that's fine. And I think if we can get a little bit more of the apartment blocks in here, so the row houses, that will complete this area nicely. Let's get them in and hopefully we'll make our way to the next milestone. Yay! Small city! We have reached it. And I think with that, we've unlocked the high density offices, which is exciting. Now we can start really getting those super tall buildings in place. And we've got some money. We've got more tiles we can buy. I am very, very glad. 11 development points. We will use them at some point. Let's just finish off building up this area. And then we'll see how we'll shape up the rest of the city now that we've got the high density offices. Okay, so now that we've got the high density office buildings, I want to start making use of them because we're going to start going quite high. So let me put, hey, why aren't you zoning? What in the world? Select you. Oh, I've got a parking lot there. Oops. Let's plop you down. Get rid of you. How tall are you? Are you too tall too soon? No, that's fine. I think we'll leave that. And the idea is on this side of the highway, we're going to ramp up very quickly. So I want to ramp up in this area. I don't think I'll go past this roundabout. This roundabout will probably have the medium to whatever density build. I always knew this building was going to disappear, but it will come back. That's fine. Let's zone up this area a bit, see if we can get a little bit of the high density going. Okie dokie, things are shaping up and things are going high very, very fast. I'm liking the shape up going towards that downtown area. We're gonna keep things well concentrated in that space, and then we are definitely going to expand out. We're gonna have sort of the density do something like that as it tapers off, and over here it's gonna taper off, but then we're gonna bring it back up slightly around this area. But I think right now this is looking decent. The only unfortunate thing is I currently don't have demand for the high density residential, which I don't know why. So it's complaining about traffic right now. I wonder where it's. I would have thought it was somewhere around here, but it's not. So let's have a look at our traffic map. And we've got quite a lot of orange on this road, which I find very surprising because nobody is driving on it. And then I look at here. Okay, cool. So here we've got a bit of a jam of people trying to get into this parking space, and that's what's creating this traffic jam. See, the issue with this thing is that this parking lot wasn't designed for left-hand traffic, because for left-hand traffic cars should have been coming in here and they go out over here. And you can even see by the arrows that this has not been designed for left-hand traffic. So this is going to cause me a problem over here. My best solution is probably going to be to get rid of it, because otherwise it's going to conflict with the left-hand traffic. So it's so sad because I liked it. Bye. So with that gone, perhaps I can put in one of maybe the parking building. I think it's too big for here. Yeah, this parking building is way too big for this space, so I can't do that. I can use the smaller parking, which has one way in and one way out, but it has the exact same problem. But I'll leave that there. I'll see how that's going to shape up. Then what we can do is, to ensure we develop this space nicely, maybe I can put a road over here. Why do you want to snap so bad? What can I do with the road coming over here? I don't know, but let's see. So let's put this here, and then we'll put a footpath right between them so that I can zone on both sides. There we go. So then that should, I think I'll need to cross over here as well. Otherwise I was going to end up having to zone over there. Then over here we can, I think I'll come use the high density one when we have the demand, but for now I'll put these chappies, and then we'll just put a couple of trees over here and make it look like it's a, I don't know, a decorative element or something. Cool, we've got that in this semi-medium density, so that's good. I think this building here is too big for this space, so I'm going to get rid of you. Let's get rid of that because this is a commercial, and then I'll put one of these chappies to be nice and big over here. Not too is that too tall? I think that's too tall. So let's do something different. Instead of that, let's get rid of you and let's just make this a small commercial spot. Alright, cool. So area is shaping up. Again, these are going to convert into the higher density stuff. But for now, the way the office buildings have been placed, they're giving us that nice, dense city center starting to shape up. And I am starting to like that view very, very much. Now looking at this, right? This hospital is quite the bright color. Can expand it there, I can expand that there, and I can add all of this here, so that's not a problem. But relative to the rest of the city, I mean, it stands out like a real sore thumb. It really does. I can't tell whether I like it or not. The unfortunate thing is that I don't have another hospital that I can work with, so I've got to make that work. Well, I guess it is what it is. I don't get why it's such a bright white color. At least have it be a color that is a little more acceptable. Even if it was gray or just a tad bit less bright. And unfortunately, nothing I can do about colorizing any of this. It's at this point that I missed the painter mod. Yep, I missed the painter mod. Alright, so everything is grown out. The density is starting to taper off. It's not going to just completely flatten out. We'll definitely have a couple of semi-high rises all the way down this space. But over here, I think the cluster of buildings here, I wanted to form the main center of my town. This is the main downtown, the financial district, the metro, whatever it is that you want to call it. I am not sure whether or not I want to put sound barriers around this place, because when I check out the noise pollution right now, I don't see any for this road, which is weird. but I do see for the highway that's running across, and I think it will make sense to have sound barriers along it so that these places that I have residential developments, they are not negatively impacted. So if I pull up sound barrier, let me just see. Oh, I can't do it for elevated roads. Well, isn't that a bummer? If I can't do it for an elevated road, I wonder if that means that it automatically does not generate any noise pollution. That's interesting. But I think for these ones, I should get sound barriers in because I've got residences right next to it over there. And over here as well, I did check it out earlier and I see that it's going to get rid of all these trees that I put such a hard effort into getting up. But anyway, it's even red. I can't even put a sound barrier over here. So great, there we go. That's that answers my question for me. If these chaps decide to de-zone or abandon their houses, that's fine. I'll chuck them away and just zone offices there. But at least here I was able to get one in. And I think that's about the only place I can get them in. I don't need over here. I think over here we should be fine. Over here we might want to put, because I've got residentials here, so one there I think is beneficial. I don't think I need any here. And lastly I've got over here, but it's not letting me. Invalid shape. Well, isn't that a bummer? I want to zone out this area, and what I want to do is I want to have a couple more buildings mainly around the riverside and in this block and that block, and then maintain some kind of a green park in this space. So I'm going to try and hold on to these trees. We'll put, in fact, you know what? We'll put a footpath here, and then we'll put a bunch of trees here. We'll allow that to grow, and then once they're all grown, we'll decide whether or not I'm going to change all of this around. You know, this road confused me. I'm like, what was my reason for putting a road here? And I realized that I actually put this here just to do the alignment of this. So that messes things up a bit. Or should I leave it? Maybe we leave this road, right? Okay, so after some deliberations with myself, I'm going to keep it there for now. And let's just create the park, build around this area, and then we'll see whether this road stays or not. It's very evident that this building is too much. Way too much. So let's send this building back down. I think it is such a wonderful thing seeing those cranes at work and the skyline just popping up with buildings everywhere. The density is definitely ramped up. We've got nice big buildings here, got a couple of tall ones here and there. This space, as much as I said I wanted it to be a park, it's turned out having a couple of commercial shops right along the commercial buildings right along this road, which I don't think is the worst of things. I think they add a bit of life to it. I'm just putting down these trees over here as well. Trees are the only decorative elements that we have to work with in this game. Unfortunately, there are no props, there is no texture, there is nothing else other than trees. So I am just making the best of what I've got, trying to plop as many of these trees down as I possibly can, because it gives a lot of life and character to the area. But yeah, I think I did zone something here, right? Yes, I zoned the high density, and I think once these come, they should pop in a building or two in this space, and then we'll see what that looks like. But for now, that's the area. Nice and densed up. I like the fact that I'm tapering it off very nicely. Next up is that we're gonna try and fill the space in, and then we'll probably call it a video then. I have no idea why I've plugged this big thing down over here, but let's see how it goes. If I lose too much money and it starts affecting me or anything negative, I will chuck it. For now, I'm going to leave it there. Let's see what's gonna happen. So here we are, and not surprisingly, I'm not happy with how tall these buildings are over here. I think I want it going lower. I want it going lower than what they are. So I'm going to chuck these and probably convert them into low density office and medium density residential. All right, so as those grow out, I think as a start, this is going to work. I will be honest, I'm not 100% happy with everything around here, but the plan is that as the rest of the city shapes around it, I will come back to this and redo any areas that I think should change density, height, and so on. We do have traffic, that is to be expected, but we'll keep an eye on it and see if this traffic will solve itself. If not, we will probably have a session where we will look at redoing the traffic around the city. But I suspect all of this traffic is as a result of everybody rushing in to move into this, all of the zoning that is taking place. So I am not too stressed about it just yet. Now, the thing about breaking the grid is that you end up with a lot of areas that are not zonable, which means your only options to make it work is either to use paths or plonk down a whole bunch of trees. The unfortunate thing with this game, and the fact that the trees do not start off big immediately, is that you have to wait at least a year before you see how the trees make the entire landscape look. So for now, we're going to accept what we've done. I'm going to be very happy with it, with the plan that if all of this doesn't shape up nicely, we will simply come back and revisit it. I see I've got a small space here. Let me plonk down one of these big boys along this road here. I would like to put a commercial shop, but I don't like the fact that it's at an angle. But you know what? It's fine. Let's put that there. Let it just do its thing. And then a few trees all around these areas. Oh, maybe we should provide a path to there. There we go. Cool. So that's what everything looks like. I took the liberty to remove a couple of the buildings around here. I figured it was looking a little too tall for what I wanted the space to look like. So I got rid of a lot of the offices and replaced them with apartment blocks, as well as mixed commercial and residential. There used to be a tall office building here, got rid of it as well. And then I just put these parts around here to cut off the zoning so that I could zone this area. But otherwise, that's it, everybody. At some point we'll detail this roundabout, and yeah, let's see how the place looks like when all these trees grow out over the next year or so. I'm very close to the springtime, so I think I'm going to call it an episode here, and then I was gonna say tomorrow. I'll probably be recording tomorrow, but anyways, next video we will either expand a little further this way, or finish that island off, or that way, or the industrial that side, or something on these islands. I have no idea. When I boot this thing up again the next time, I will see what we are going to do. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video today. We will keep expanding this town, and the idea is to make this the main central city, and then we'll develop towns on its outskirts. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out a ton. Big shout out to all of my patrons. I truly appreciate all of your support. Thank you. Until the next one, take it easy everybody, and I'll see you then. Cheers.